Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video. And today we have season, I think 8 it is, of Detroit Lions 0 overall rebuild. After another disappointing season of going 6-11 after winning a Super Bowl, we are back. Now, one of the biggest questions coming into ending last season was, what are we going to do at the QB position? Do we start the guy that's been backing up and had a good year last year, or do we let the rookie run? We're going to let the rookie run. I used the trait to unlock a hidden dev trait, and turns out he has superstar. So he's going to play. He's going to play right away, and we're going to use him. There's no reason not to. He has 2 more years on his contract than the other guy. Younger, he's going to have a chance to win a bunch of awards this year. And if he wins those awards, then, he gets probably another upgrade. If not, a shit ton of XP. So that's what we're going to do. Everybody else is basically the same as last year. We did bring in a new center, as Teddy Harris was taking up a lot of money. And with us having to sign Marshall this season anyway, just made sense to trade off. Lockhart is going to be playing number 2, our new rookie wide receiver. Tyreek Hill will get moved down to 3, Brown to 4, and Terrence Marshall to 5. We brought in Saquon Barkley last year in free agency for very cheap because he's older. He will regress, but the money we are paying him, it won't matter all that much. Dexter Lawrence got up to Superstar X Factor last year. Must have been at the end of the season, because I don't remember him having it at the beginning of last season. Yeah, Superstar X Factor. So, that's good news for us. We brought in Marshawn Lattimore as well. Milner's going to be 4th now, but he will be second string slot. So Lattimore's going to be playing 3rd. We're just putting Whiting at 2nd because he still has room to develop. McDonald has developed nicely for being a normal dev trait. We brought in Savage. He's going to play both backup roles. Harris, Irving, and Davis. These 2 are both coming off contract. Harris and Irving, so we'll have to make a choice of whether or not we want to pay them going into next year, as well as Walls and McKinley. Gardner's still here. Denton's still here, but they are about to hit that age of regression, so that kind of sucks. Colvin, I think, is coming off contract. I think Tim Settle's coming off contract. I don't think Jason Keys is. I know Marcus Thomas is. There might, and like I said, Marshall's coming off contract. I think Firemuth's coming off contract. And if Tim Settle's coming off contract, that means Jawan Johnson's probably also coming off contract. At the midseason mark, we are 3-3, so another disappointing season. Pat Firemuth, Tyler Colvin. I'm not really worried about Marshawn. He's just a 1-year guy. Bass, I would love to bring back, but I'm not going to overpay him in re-signing period. Bradley Marshall, Chris Walls, Deron Harris, Darnell Savage, George Hodges. I brought him for kick return duties, but I ended up starting somebody else. Tim Settle, Alexander Irving, Marcus Thomas, Jawan Johnson, Marcus McKinley, and Denard Claiborne. The 2 guys that I have to bring back are Brandley Marshall and Pat Firemuth. I think those 2 guys are just too necessary. We can always find a good defensive tackle. Plus, with Tyler Colvin already regressing, it doesn't make sense to bring him back on something super expensive. So my 3 main goals are Deron Harris, Bradley Marshall, and Pat Firemuth. Bradley Marshall, our former center, moving to left guard, already an 86 at 24 years old. We're going to give him a 7-year, $12 million deal. It just makes sense. He accepts. Chris Walls isn't super expensive. We're going to give him a 3-year deal basically until he starts regressing. $5 million a year, averaging up to 14.9 over that time. If he accepts, cool. If not, he's walking in free agency. So, with us making the playoffs after a very slow start of 3-3, we ended up making the playoffs at 12-5 and taking our division. We did not end up getting first seed, so we do have to take the long way to the Super Bowl. We didn't even end up getting the 3rd or the 2nd seed either. Ended up with the 4th. But Lockhart also a superstar, as you guys can see, unless he got a random upgrade, unless he played out of his mind and got an upgrade somewhere, which I am not seeing. Okay, so we ended up beating the Cowboys 30-24. I swear to God, these playoff games are always too close. And if you were wondering why I haven't spent my staff points, I literally have nothing to spend them on. Marshall Lattimore, 2 picks as the 3rd corner. That's impressive. I literally have nothing to spend it on. All my coaching trees are officially maxed out. For once in the playoffs, we actually beat somebody by more than 2 scores. So, we'll by more than 1 score. 29-17. Awesome. Taking on the Philadelphia Eagles now. They seem like they would have been a wild card team. I would assume. Because I think Giants were 3. So they would have had to be 7. They were 7. They took out Tampa Bay. Then they went and took out LA. If we lose to fucking them, and if the Browns and if the fucking Eagles win, and it's a wild card versus wild card team matchup in the Super Bowl, we end up making it to the Super Bowl, spoiling the wild card 7v7 in the Super Bowl. We're going to watch the intro, and then we'll Super Sim. That's it. I'm not going to hop in. If we lose at this point, we lose. It's not that big of a deal. So you guys saw the opening montage of us running out onto the tunnel as we go down 10-0. Is Cleveland really going to fucking do this to us? Are you guys going to fucking do something? Oh my god, we're actually going to fucking lose. Nope, 14-13. Let's go. 21-13. Third Super Bowl on the way. 28-13. Cleveland is struggling.
And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness.
I honestly thought we were going to lose that.
Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
It was raining Super Bowl confetti outside the U.S. Bank Stadium. Okay. So the rookie quarterback leads us to victory. Awesome. Let's take a look at the stats of the year. Our rookie quarterback, 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 picks. Rushing, Taylor went off, almost 1,800 yards on 6.3 yards per carry, 24 touchdowns. Saquon had 573 yards for 12 touchdowns, and then 3 more rushing touchdowns from the backup running back, the third string running back, our second string wide receiver, and our quarterback as well. Terry McLaurin, 1,600 yards on 103 catches, 10 touchdowns. Lockhart, our rookie wide receiver, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Freiermuth, 600 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Tyreek Hill, 677 yards, 6 touchdowns. Wow. What a year for them. Blocking, I don't look at. It's still fucked up. Chris Walls leads us in tackling. He takes that from James Garner this year. Tackles for loss. Dexter Lawrence with 19. Deron Harris, 16. Greg Denton, 15. Jeffrey Simmons, 13. Tyler Colvin, 8. Chris Walls, 7. What an amazing year for those guys as well. Now sacks. Dexter Lawrence and Jeffrey Simmons, 12.5 each. Greg Denton with 10. Darren Harris with 8. And Tyler Colvin with 7, with 1 for a couple sacks here and there for other players as well. Now let's go look at, wow, we had 2 safeties from Chris Walls, it looked like, and a defensive touchdown for Dwayne Wolf. Tyler Bass, 1 extra point missed. That was blocked. He only missed 2 field goals on the year as well, and a subpar year for A.J. Cole. 1 return touchdown for Max Lockhart, so he was doing it on offense and defense. Long of 99, no punt return touchdown. Looking at the MVP award, Patrick Mahomes wins it once again. Jonathan Taylor at 4. No other Lions. Coach of the Year goes to Urban Meyer. Wow, really? NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Dak gets it. Jonathan Taylor at 2. No other Lions. Defensive Player of the Year. We don't even have anybody in the conversation. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, our 2 guys, 1 and 2. Good for them. Nobody else. Just going to show off the schedule just to show you guys I didn't force any wins or anything. So we had a very good second half of the season, only losing 2 games after the bye week. So very, very good postseason. Of course, it does technically say we played with the Browns, but we did not, because it was just me going in to get the clips and stuff and to show you guys that I was super simming. So another massive amount of retirements: Calvin Ridley, Trent Brown, Thaddeus Moss, Tre'Davious White, Ramsey, Griffin, Dawkins, Tooney, Linder, Buckner, Howard, Sutton, Kuschek, Wilkinson, Price, Allen, Moten, Reeder, Eddie Jackson, Eric Armstead, Jameis Winston. I think Deron Harris is an easy. We have to bring him back. I know he's only an 84, but he already has superstar. He's progressing in the right ways. He has about 3 more years of progression before regression. So let's go ahead and bring him back. If he wants to sign for this, he can. If not, I probably will franchise tag him. He does resign. He does not want to return. How much is your franchise tag? $12 million. We're going to let him walk, actually. Okay, so the negotiations and free agency go as follow. Harrison Butker, I'm just throwing a very, very cheap contract at him, $550K over 7 years. If he accepts, he gets the job. If Tyler Bass, I'm giving him a little bit more money. If he accepts, he gets the job. Marshawn Lattimore, another cheap deal. It's going to be no bonus, 2 years, $9.9 mil. If he comes back, cool. If not, whatever. Payne, same thing. And then we're going to try to reunite with Andrew Nelson, Darnell Savage, Jerome Baker might come in. Eddie Escobar and Max Wolf might be coming back. Silas Ragland, Jawan Johnson, Tim Settle, a new guy, Steve Joseph, Kevin Thompson, and Eric Cockrig. Jamal Gordon and 2 threes for 2 seconds from the Jets. We've dealt with Jets before, so this is kind of a cool storyline of sending him to a team that we've already dealt with. At the end of free agency, we do end up getting Tyler Bass, De'Aaron Payne, L'Jarius Sneed, Christian Fulton, Savage, Baker, which Baker I ended up releasing because I didn't have money for Settle, and I needed money for Settle. Now looking back at it, apparently I did have money if I would have just traded Jamal Gordon earlier. So I don't have Baker. Escobar, Wolf, Johnson, Settle, Joseph, and Cochran, as well as this backup tight end. Joel Nobles, safety out of Texas A&M, 5'9", 207, 22 years old. Very good athletic traits. I'm taking him because McDonald's already 28. I think he's going to be 29 going into next season.
Now,
Damon Walker is another reason why we released Jerome Baker. He's out of Notre Dame, 6'1", 241, 21 years old. Hidden dev trait, good athletic traits. Be competing for the starting job just because of how cheap he will be compared to Chris Walls. This is the only guy left on my board, really. This was when I didn't know if Wolf was going to come back. I'm going to take him here at the end of the 3rd round. Slot guy, 6 foot, out of Oregon State, 21 years old, normal dev trait, great speed. We draft speed guys very well. Trading down with the Patriots here, 2 4s and a 5 this year for a 3 and a 6 next year. I just didn't want any of these picks. Our 3 picks, Joel Knobes, Damon Walker, and Tyree Chancellor, all pretty good. Damon Walker a little bit better than I thought he was. He could definitely compete for the starting job right away. So looking at the team as we wrap up this episode, it's looking like a very well-balanced team. Our offensive line is very good for what it's worth. But if you guys enjoy this content or any of my other content, stick around, subscribe. I do more content like this, as well as 2K and MLB related content as well. I do roster updates, so if you need one of those, check out some of the playlists down in the description or on my channel. With that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.